Hello, welcome all. We have already learnt what is a noun. A noun is the name of a person, place, animal or thing. Noun is also called as naming word. Naming words are also called as nouns. Now today's topic will be countable and uncountable nouns. Under nouns, you have learnt about common nouns, proper nouns. This is countable and uncountable nouns. Count. You know the word count. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way, countable nouns. Uncountable. That which cannot be counted. They are uncountable nouns. Now, today's title will be, we are going to learn in detail about a noun and the countable and uncountable nouns. Now, suppose, for example, I'll give you some pencils and I'll tell you, can you count it? Can you please count it? Yes, of course, you can count a pencil. You can count pencils, number of pencils if I give you, you can count it. So they are countable nouns. What is a noun? It is a word for a person, place, thing or any idea. Can you count this? Milk, apple. Milk usually comes in quantity. It is poured in a glass or it is poured in a can. It comes in milk packet. But milk is a liquid. It cannot be counted. So it is uncountable. Apple, of course. If I give you 20 apples to count, you can easily count 1 to 20 apples. So apples are countable. Countable. You can count it one by one. Uncountable are those which you can say it is small, or you can say, oh, big piece, you will say. Cake comes in a big piece. Bread is a big loaf of bread. You cannot count it because bread only when it is sliced it can be counted. How many pieces are there? So countable, you can count it one by one, and uncountable, you cannot count and you can just say the quantity, small, big, too much, many, like that. Okay. Here, best example given is milk or sand. Milk, of course, I told you it comes in packets or when it is poured in a vessel or when it is poured in a glass. You will say 1 full glass, half a glass, quarter glass, like that. You cannot count milk. Sand, when you hold sand in between the fingers, the sand just slips away. Isn't it? So, sand also cannot be counted. Now see the examples here for countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Apples. Of course, you can count apples if they are given to you. 10 apples, 6 apples, 5 apples, numbering can be done. Whereas milk cannot be counted. Books. A row of books are kept. You can easily count the number. Water, can you count? No. Water comes in quantity. 1 glass of water, 1 big can of water, like that, isn't it? Then pencils also can be counted. Sugar, of course, you cannot count. Here the example for sugar, I have mentioned chocolate. Chocolates, number of chocolates can be counted, but chocolates are made of sugar. So can it be counted? No, sugar cannot be counted. Dogs. Many dogs in the street. You can just say the number. Oh, there are 5 dogs. There are 10 dogs. There are 6 dogs, like that. Jam. You've all eaten jam, isn't it? Jam also comes in quantity. Cupcakes. Cupcakes also can be counted. Rice, of course, rice cannot be counted. It is taken for cooking in a large quantity or in a small quantity, but rice cannot be counted. Countable means how many? 1 apple, 2 apples. Uncountable, how much? How much? Some, a little, much. These all define uncountable nouns. Countable nouns, how many? Uncountable are how much. So you will ask for countables, how many? For uncountable, you will refer it as how much. Now some example sentences are here. I have 3 apples. I have some milk. Here 3 apples. So they are counted as 3. 3 apples is countable noun. Some milk is uncountable noun. Now this is an activity. Noun basket sorting. Means, see, in each, there are 6 baskets here. In that, one has soap, stick, money, mango, water, oil. These are all given in separate baskets. Now, soap is the first one. Soap, can you count? Of course. Bar soaps, soaps come packed, so you can count. Stick, you can count the number of sticks. They are countable. Soap is countable, stick is also countable. Money, yes, of course, you can count money. Mango, mangoes. Mango also can be counted. Water, no. It is uncountable. You cannot say how many water are there. You will not say how much water is there. Then oil. Oil also comes in quantity. So it is 1 liter, 2 liters like that. Oil packets can be counted, but oil cannot be counted. So here in this noun basket, water and oil are uncountable, and soap, stick, money, mango are countable. So whichever is countable, you just write C on that, and whichever is uncountable, you have to write UN, that is uncountable. So here, thumbs up, thumbs down. This is one more activity. Chairs, salt, cookies, rain. Can you tell me 3 things you can count? Can you tell me 2 things you cannot count? See, in this, there are 4 things given here. Chairs. You can count chairs, no? So, give it a thumbs up if you can count. Salt, can you count? Give it a thumbs down. You cannot count. Cookies. Cookies are biscuits. You can count. So, give it a thumbs up. Rain. Can you count rain? No. So, give it a thumbs down. Can you tell me 3 things you can count? Can you tell me 2 things you cannot count? So easily you can say, can you tell me 3 things you can count? 3 things what all you can count? Chairs, cookies, pencils, books, many other. 2 things that you cannot count, you can include oil, water, milk, rain, sand. Okay. Now you know how to count your cupcakes but not your ketchup. Yes or no? You can count cupcakes. You have heard of cupcakes? Cake comes in the form of a cup. Cake is made in the form of a cup. That is cupcake. You can count. But ketchup comes in bottle. Like you use tomato sauce. Same way ketchup also comes like that sauce only. Okay. So ketchup cannot be counted. Cupcakes can be counted. Here is a simple worksheet you have to try to answer. This worksheet is regarding countable and uncountable nouns. Write your name and date on that. Nouns. What all nouns are given here? You have to make 2 columns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns, and write those under these 2 columns. Now, nouns: apple, milk, dog, rice, book, sugar, pencil, water, cupcake, rain. All these you have to write under the correct column. So easily you can separate countable and uncountable. Here apple comes under countable, milk comes under uncountable, dog is countable, rice is uncountable, book is countable, sugar uncountable, pencil countable, water uncountable, cupcake countable, rain uncountable. So draw 2 columns like this and write the names of all those countable nouns under the first column, uncountable nouns under the second column. One more, second question. Fill in the blanks. I have dash sugar in my tea. In the bracket it is given some, a few. So what will you write here? I have some sugar in my tea. There are dash pencils in the desk. You will not say there are some pencils on the desk. You will say there are 3 pencils on the desk. Can you give me dash water? A little water will be the correct answer. She bought dash cupcakes for the party. She bought 2 cupcakes, or you can mention she bought some cupcakes for the party. Party means it is many people will be there. So you will use the word some. We need dash rice for dinner. We need a little rice for dinner. Third one. Circle the correct option. Is milk countable or uncountable? You have to circle uncountable. Is dog countable, uncountable? You have to circle countable. Is rain countable or uncountable? No, rain is uncountable. You have to circle uncountable. Hello everyone. Welcome to my class. Today we are going to learn about possessive nouns. We have already learnt about a noun, common noun, proper noun, singular noun, plural noun. Now, today the class will be very interesting to know about possessive nouns. Possessive means which thing belongs to whom. That is the meaning. Possessive means who is in possession of that thing. Who owns what? Who is having what? That is called possessive noun. Now suppose a pen belongs to me. So this is my pen, I can say. The ball belongs to somebody else. The ball belongs to another child. So that will be the child's ball. So this is called possessive noun. Possessive means who owns what or whose thing it is. Now here some examples are there. Whose toy is it? Teddy bear, ball, bag. Whose teddy bear is this? It is Emma's teddy bear. Here, when you write Emma, E-M-M-A, apostrophe S. Apostrophe means giving 1 comma up, then writing S. So that shows It belongs to Emma. It is Emma's teddy bear. We use apostrophe S to show that something belongs to someone. Usually when you write apostrophe S, you say it belongs to that person. Emma's teddy bear. Emma apostrophe S teddy bear means it shows teddy bear belongs to Emma. The dog's bone. Again, D-O-G apostrophe S. Apostrophe S always indicates to which person it belongs to. So, the bone belongs to the dog. How do you differentiate? The dog's bone. The dog apostrophe S. When you write apostrophe S, it means that particular thing belongs to that person. So we had taken the examples of teddy bear, ball, bag also. You can say, it is my friend's bag. Friend's bag. F-R-I-E-N-D apostrophe S. When you give an apostrophe for the friend, means the bag belongs to your friend. Friend's bag. So, whenever you write to which person what it belongs to, you will use apostrophe S for that particular person, so that it shows that person owns it. We had taken the examples of Emma and the dog. Okay. Now, there is a sentence column and one more possessive noun column. Sentences are given here. You have to write who to whom it belongs to. This is Tom's book. It is clearly written here, T-O-M apostrophe S. Means the book belongs to Tom. So the possessive noun will be Tom's. Tom apostrophe S. That is Lucy's pencil. Again, the pencil belongs to Lucy. So when you write Lucy, L-U-C-Y apostrophe S. Look at the cat's tail. Cat apostrophe S. So the tail is the cat's. Dad's car is shiny. Whose car is shiny here? Dad's car. How will you mention? Dad, D-A-D apostrophe S. So the important thing is add apostrophe S to a name or noun to show it owns something. You have to add apostrophe S to a name or a noun. Noun means anything. It may be the name of a person, place, animal, thing also. So if you use apostrophe S, then it shows that they own something. That is called a possessive noun. We will move on to more examples here. If the name ends in S, like James, J-A-M-E-S, you can say James bike. Means for James, apostrophe S should be added to say that it is his bike because his name is James. So apostrophe S should be added to name that it is his bike. If the name ends in S, like James, you can say James apostrophe S bike or James bike. Both are okay. Actually, both are okay. J-A-M-E-S, James bike. If you write this way also, J-A-M-E-S apostrophe S bike, It is a possessive noun, or James, James, bike. You are clearly saying that the bike belongs to James. Actually, both are okay. This is how you will differentiate between the possessive noun, adding s to the name of a thing or a place or a person to show that it belongs to him or her. This is a small mini activity for you. You have to match the owner. Sarah plus hat. What will you write? This is Sarah's hat. You will mention this is Sarah's hat. When you write Sarah's, S-A-R-A-H apostrophe S, because the hat belongs to Sarah. When you use apostrophe S, you show that the hat belongs to Sarah. Dog plus bowl. This is the dog's bowl. So here D-O-G apostrophe S bowl means the bowl belongs to the dog. It clearly shows that the bowl belongs to the dog. So when you match the owner, you will just use apostrophe S. Sarah plus hat. This is Sarah's hat. Dog plus bowl. That is the dog's bowl. Here you are clearly mentioning that hat belongs to Sarah and the bowl belongs to the dog. So anyway, we will take up a small quiz time here. Which sentence shows ownership? Ownership means which sentence says that it belongs to that person or animal or thing. The first one is, which sentence shows ownership? This is cat bowl. Is it a complete sentence? No. This is the cat's bowl. This is the complete sentence. In this sentence, it shows the bowl belongs to the cat because you have used cat apostrophe S. So, this is cat bowl doesn't make any sense. This is the cat's bowl. You have to use apostrophe S. So, the bowl belongs to the cat. So, this is called the possessive noun. What do we add to show something belongs to a person or an animal? What do we add to show something belongs to a person or an animal? What do we add? With all the examples when we learnt, we used an apostrophe plus S, isn't it? That shows we add an apostrophe and S. See here, an apostrophe plus S. How do you write apostrophe? Up one comma and S next to it. So, we add apostrophe plus S to show something belongs to some person or an animal. Next one. Circle the possessive noun. Possessive means to whom it belongs to, you have to circle. Emma apostrophe S. There are 4 examples given here. Emma apostrophe S. Chair, pencil, hop. So, which would be the possessive noun? For a possessive noun, you will add apostrophe S. So here, Emma's has one apostrophe and S. So this is the possessive noun. Whereas chair, pencil, hop. These don't have any apostrophe or s with them. So, Emma's is the correct possessive noun. Did you understand? Always when you add apostrophe and s, that shows a possessive noun. Here is a story for possessive nouns for you to make you understand easily what is a possessive noun. There is a small short story or a paragraph. Let me read it. Look at the story. Once upon a time, there was a cat. The cat had a little house. We call it the cat's house. See, this is a short paragraph which shows possessive noun. Once upon a time, there was a cat. The cat had a little house. Now, to whom the house belongs to? We will say we call it the cat's house. Cat's house means it is only a single cat. Cat apostrophe s says the house belongs to the cat. So here you have got a possessive noun, cat's house. When something belongs to someone, we use an apostrophe and s. The cat's house. One more example, the boy's toy means the B-O-Y apostrophe s shows the boy's toy, means the toy belongs to the boy. The teacher's pen, teacher apostrophe s, the pen belongs to the teacher, teacher's pen. So, when you add an apostrophe and an s, it shows a possessive noun and something belongs to someone. You always should remember that an apostrophe and s is used when something belongs to someone and it is a possessive noun. We shall take up some more examples. What is in the bag? Here in the question itself, what apostrophe s in the bag? What's in the bag? So you can see a small drawing of an apple, pencil, a book. So you can just say to whom all these three belongs to. You can use any name for that. This is Maya's apple. Maya apostrophe s, apple. Then Maya's pencil. Maya apostrophe s, pencil. Maya's book. Maya apostrophe s, book. So, in the bag, these three are present. Apple, pencil, book. So, this bag belongs to Maya. So, what she has in the bag? She has an apple, pencil, book. So, all the three belong to Maya. So, how will you write it? You will say Maya's apple, Maya's pencil, Maya's book. So, you will use an apostrophe and s for Maya. Look how s and the apostrophe tells us it belongs to Maya. How do you write M-A-Y-A apostrophe s? So that apostrophe and s shows that it belongs to Maya. Now this is more interesting. Guess the owner. Rahul, the dogs, my sister. Rahul, for him shoes is mentioned. Then the dogs, bowls is mentioned. My sister, dress is mentioned. Okay, Here you can clearly see Rahul shoes. So how will you mention using that it is Rahul shoes? Rahul apostrophe S shoes, because it belongs to Rahul. The dog's bowls. Again, for the dog, bowls is mentioned. The dog's bowls. The dog's bowls. Dog apostrophe S bowls. The bowls belong to the dog. My sister dress. My sister's dress. In the question it was just my sister dress. So when you want to make it a possessive noun, you will mention that it is my sister's dress. Sister apostrophe S. So it is my sister's dress. Here the owners are all mentioned. Rahul's shoes, the dog's bowls, my sister's dress. So let us recap who owns what. A tale of possessive nouns means how the possessive noun takes place in each sentence, to whom it belongs to, is the correct meaning for possessive noun. Whose toy is it? So, we had mentioned here it is Emma's teddy bear. Then we use S to show that something belongs to someone. Again, it is Emma's teddy bear and the dog's bone. Our sentence in one column, possessive noun in another column. This is Tom's book. So, book belongs to Tom. When you write it, you will write it as Tom apostrophe S. That is Lucy's pencil. So, the possessive noun will be Lucy's, Lucy apostrophe S. Cat's tail, cat apostrophe S. So the tail belongs to the cat. Dad's car, dad apostrophe S, because the car belongs to dad. So you will add S to a name or noun to show it owns something. Then if the name ends in S, like James, James, you can say James apostrophe S bike or James. Hello all. Hope you're all doing good. This is story time. The name of the story is The Whispering Woods. Moral of the story is honesty is the foundation of trust. In a quiet village nestled near an ancient forest, a boy named Arav discovers a mysterious tree that whispers secrets, but the tree only speaks to those who are truly honest. Arav is a curious 12-year-old who often tells small lies to get out of trouble. His village believes the forest is magical, but no one dares to enter. One day, Arav follows a glowing butterfly into the woods and finds a tree with silver leaves. The tree whispers, "Only truth opens the path." Arav tries to lie to the tree, but it remains silent. Arav confesses all his lies, from breaking his sister's toy to blaming his friend for a mistake. As he speaks the truth, the tree glows and reveals a hidden path to a crystal spring. The spring shows visions of people's hearts, what they truly feel. Arav returns to the village changed. He starts telling the truth even when it is hard. People begin to trust him and he becomes a guide for others who seek the whispering woods. This is another story, True greatness lies in humility. Means how you treat others, it lies in that. The king's invisible crown, that is the name of the story. King Viren rules a prosperous land but is vain and proud. He believes his golden crown gives him wisdom and commands respect. One morning, the crown vanishes. The king panics. He tries to rule without it. But people stop listening. He disguises himself and travels the kingdom to find it. In a small village, he meets a humble farmer who teaches him about kindness, listening, and service. The king helps plow fields, shares meals, and learns to lead with heart. The crown reappears mysteriously in his chambers, but the king no longer wears it. He rules with humility, and the people love him more than ever. This is another interesting story. Moral of the story is patience and resilience lead to true growth. In a quiet forest between two hills, there stood a majestic old tree named Banyan. You must have heard of Banyan tree. His roots ran deep, his branches stretched wide, and his leaves whispered wisdom to the wind. Animals rested under his shade, birds nested in his arms, and travelers found peace beside him. A young sapling, Sprig, had just begun to grow. Sprig was full of energy and dreams. Every morning he looked up at Banyan and said, "I want to be tall like you. I want birds to sing in my branches and squirrels to play on me." Banyan smiled gently. "You will, little one, but it takes time. The sun, the rain, the wind, they all shape us slowly." Sprig was impatient. "Time! I don't want to wait. I want to grow fast." So Sprig began to stretch himself every day, trying to grow taller. He begged the sun for more light, the rain for water, and even asked the wind to blow harder. But Sprig didn't know that his roots were shallow. He hadn't taken time to grow strong beneath the soil. One day, a storm came. The wind howled, the rain poured, and the forest trembled. Banyan stood firm, his roots holding him steady. Sprig was uprooted and thrown to the ground. Banyan said with sadness, "Growth is not just about reaching upward. It's about grounding yourself deeply. Grow slow, grow strong." One more moral is patience always pays. This is the story of the little umbrella. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy named Rohan. He was kind, cheerful, and loved helping others. One rainy morning, Rohan was walking to school with his little blue umbrella. As he passed the village square, he saw an old woman sitting under a tree, shivering in the rain. Rohan stopped. He looked at his umbrella, then at the woman. Without thinking twice, he walked over and said, "Grandma, would you like to share my umbrella?" The old woman smiled warmly. "Thank you, dear child. You're very kind." They walked together slowly, chatting as the rain poured around them. Rohan didn't mind getting a little wet. He was happy to help. When they reached the woman's house, she invited Rohan in and gave him a warm towel and a cup of hot milk. You didn't just share your umbrella, she said. You shared your heart. Rohan smiled. I think kindness is like an umbrella. It keeps everyone dry. From that day on, Rohan became known as the umbrella boy in the village. Whenever it rained, he would look around to see if anyone needed shelter. And the old woman became his friend, always waiting with a warm drink and a smile. Moral of the story is, kindness doesn't need big things. Even a small umbrella can make a big difference. Let me pop up a few questions for you. What was the boy's name in the story? What did Rohan do when he saw the old woman in the rain? How did the old woman thank Rohan? Why did people call Rohan the umbrella boy? I am giving you a small activity. You have understood the story of Rohan and how he shares his umbrella with the old woman to protect her from rain. And he became an umbrella boy according to the villagers because he was helping each and every one. Now, this activity is very interesting. You have to draw a picture of Rohan sharing his umbrella with the old woman. Draw the picture of any boy, one umbrella and an old woman. However you can, you draw it so that all the three are seen, Rohan, umbrella and the old woman. Just face of a boy, face of an old woman and even the umbrella will do. Then after drawing, you have to write 2 to 3 sentences about what kindness means to you. So you understood how far Rohan helped everybody because he was very kind. Now, if you are kind to others, you get a very good name from others, isn't it? So what you have to do, after drawing the picture, you have to write 2 to 3 sentences or even more than that, what you think kindness means to you, what you have understood by being kind to others. Hope you have enjoyed all the stories here. Each story has a moral value. Kindly go through all the stories together. Just keep listening to my stories. Try to understand. You will know what each story brings values for you. And repeatedly, if you listen, you will definitely understand what is the moral of each and every story. And after listening, just try to find out what happened in all these stories. Try to recall. Thank you. Hello all. Good morning. Today I am going to speak about some of the English proverbs. Proverb means a nice saying. A saying which is very effective when it is put into practice. A stitch in time saves 9. Now, you know the meaning of stitch, stitching something. If you stitch it on time, it saves your time also and you can use it again also. Suppose, for example, your cloth, what you are wearing, is torn somewhere. That part, if you stitch it on time, you can reuse it again for many more times. That is the meaning. A stitch in time saves 9. Fix the problems early before they grow. Means correct the problems early as soon as it happens or after some time before it becomes more, before the problem becomes more. Rachel noticed a small leak under her kitchen sink. This is an example story. Rachel noticed a small leak under her kitchen sink. Busy with work, she ignored it for weeks. So now what happened? She noticed a small leak under her kitchen sink. We all have sinks to wash the vessels. So under the sink there was a small leakage. So she was so busy, she ignored it for weeks. Means when she was so busy, she never thought of getting it repaired. One day, her cabinet was warped and water had seeped through the floor. One day what happened? This leakage was not corrected. What happened? All the water rushed into her cabinet and it came to the floor also. Cabinet floor also. Fixing it cost her hundreds. Means lot of money. Fixing it cost her hundreds. Had she patched it early, she would have spared herself the hassle. So when she went to fix it, means when she went to repair it, it cost her in hundreds. If she had patched it early, she would have spared herself the hassle. Means if she had corrected it early or if she had got it repaired early, she would have come out of the problem. So that is the meaning of a stitch in time saves 9. Fix your problems early before they grow. That is the meaning of this proverb. Let me go to the second proverb. You can't judge a book by its cover. Now, if you see any book, if the cover is very attractive, you feel like buying it. Anything for that matter. Oh, this is so nice. Immediately you express, oh, the cover is so good, so attractive. It's very nice. Immediately you will judge like that, isn't it? So, you can't judge a book by its cover. Suppose, when it comes to human beings also, when any girl or a boy are dressed very well, immediately they look very smart also. But what you feel? Oh, nice person, very well dressed. All that will come to you. But maybe the person's clothes are good, but his intentions are different. His intentions are very much different and you can't digest the fact that what is this? This person is talking like this. It goes on like that. And one more example I can give. One more who's not very well dressed up but has a very good heart. So you cannot judge a person by their way of dressing or by their looks also. You cannot judge. That is the meaning here. Looks can be deceiving. Sometimes the looks, good looks, smart, well-dressed, beautiful looks, it can be like a cheating also. It can be deceiving. An elderly man is tattered clothes entered a high-end piano store. Elderly man, an old man, no? He had tattered clothes. Means the clothes were not that good, what he was wearing. He entered a high-end piano store. Piano is an instrument. So he entered a store to buy. The staff ignored him. Staff means the people who are in the shop, they ignored him. Means they didn't give attention to him. Until he sat and played a flawless Chopin nocturne. See, the elderly man, he was not very well dressed. He came to the shop with a piano in hand. He went to the piano store. Okay, then what happened? The staff, the people working there just ignored him. They didn't give attention to him at all. What he did, he sat and played a flawless Chopin nocturne. Means a beautiful music he played on the piano. Turns out he was a retired concert pianist. Means what? He was also into playing piano, but he was a retired person from that piano job. So he was retired from that. So when he went to the shop, with the high-end piano store he went, and with tattered clothes, means the shabby clothes. What happened? The staff, the people of the shop ignored him so much. After that, he thought, let me sit and play the piano. He sat and played the piano. He turned a very nice music in the shop. He played a very beautiful music in the shop. Then the people found out that he was a retired pianist. Means he used to play piano before. He used to take classes. He used to play piano. He was very good in playing piano also. But he was retired from that job because he was old, getting old. Their assumptions cost them a valuable customer. Then what happened? Those people who ignored him, they were assuming that this person is not well dressed, he's not good, let us not entertain him. Now after listening to his music, they just thought, oh, the man has left the shop because he was ignored by us and he played such a good piano. We have lost a valuable customer, very good customer. If he had bought a piano, they thought. So you should never judge a person by the look of it. You have to judge only by talking to them. You have to see their internal behavior always, not the external one. Beauty doesn't mean that the person is very good. Beauty also can be deceiving. But you should believe in the person to whom you are talking to. You will come to know only by the nature of that person. Okay? So, a stitch in time saves 9 means you have to fix the problems before they grow. And looks also can be deceiving. You should not judge any person by the looks of it, or a book by the looks of the book. You have to see the inside of that book or that person. Looks also can be deceiving. Thank you. Hello all. Welcome back. Good morning. Hope you're all doing good. I have come out with more proverbs, English proverbs. English proverb means a saying which gets along with everything, a saying which is correct. There are so many proverbs in different languages. In all the languages, proverbs are there. So, few proverbs I am letting you know now. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. See the sentence, so nice it is. When the going gets tough. Now suppose you have started walking for the health benefits. You walk more and more. But the more you walk, you feel you are getting exhausted. So what you do? You think, oh, let me sit, enough of walking. But if you are tough, you can continue walking. That is the meaning. Means if you are strong by mind, if you have a willpower, you can continue your walk. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. The meaning is strong people rise in adversity. Means strong people, physically, mentally, if they are strong, they rise, means they come up in adversity, means in different environments they come up. There is a story here. During a marathon, Jordan injured his ankle halfway. Jordan is the name of the person. He participated in the marathon race. When the race was going on, he injured his ankle halfway. When he was halfway running, he injured his ankle. Instead of quitting, he hobbled through the pain and crossed the finish line. See what happened? After his ankle got injured, he didn't stop. Instead of quitting, means instead of coming out, he hobbled through the pain, he suffered through the pain and crossed the finish line. He crossed the end of the line also. He didn't stop in between. Spectators, means people who were watching, were stunned. They were shocked. He didn't win first place, but earned the loudest applause. See, here Jordan joins a marathon race. He injured his ankle halfway when he was running. Instead of quitting, what he did? He hobbled through the pain and crossed the finish line. He hobbled, means he just continued with the pain and he crossed the finish line also. The people who were watching were very much shocked because they saw him getting injured and with that only he reached the finish line. So he didn't get first prize, but he won the hearts of many people. That shows how strongly he stood by his game and he just did it by himself with all the injury. So when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. If you are strong, you will continue. If you are weak in mind, you will stop in between. And there also lies all the willpower for whatever you do. The next proverb is, actions speak louder than words. Whatever action you do, it speaks louder than words. What you do matters more than what you say. Even when you speak, whatever you speak, it means more for others. If you are speaking in a very rude manner, that also matters. If you speak very softly, that also matters. What you do matters more than what to say. So whatever you do, that only means more than what we say. Mia always promised to help at the animal shelter, but rarely showed up. Mia was a girl. She promised to help at the animal shelter, means where all the animals were kept. She promised she will show up there to help them, but she never went. One weekend, quiet Chris arrived early, cleaned cages, fed animals, and stayed till closing. So what happened? One more boy, Chris, on the weekend he came, he cleaned the cages where the birds were kept, animals were kept and he fed the animals. He gave food for the animals and he stayed till closing. Till the closing of that animal shelter, he stayed patiently. No speech, just action that made a real difference. See, he never spoke, only his actions mattered. He showed up suddenly to the animal shelter. Actually, Mia was supposed to do that. She had promised she will arrive at the animal shelter and she will help. But she never came. All of a sudden, Chris came. What he did? He cleaned the shelter. He cleaned the cages of animals and birds. He came early to do all this. And he gave food for the animals too. Till the closing, he stayed there. See, now even the animals also were happy and birds also were happy because they had nice food and their place was also cleaned very well. So till the closing of the animal shelter, he stayed because he had a good heart. His heart was wide open for everything. Only actions will make a real difference. You will say, I'll go clean this, I'll do this, I'll do that. Instead of saying all that, instead of giving speech, just go do it and show. Only your actions will be observed always, whether you have done this or not. So, here the two proverbs which you came to know about is, one is when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and the path in which you are going gets very hard. If you are a hard person, you will try to reach your milestone, isn't it? With your mental and physical energy. And one more is that actions speak louder than words. Whatever action you do, it is louder than words. Actually, if you speak and say, I'll do this, and you never turn up to do that, then you didn't do. That is what you will be heard about yourself. But like Chris, if you arrive early without talking anything, he cleaned the cages, he fed the animals, he gave food for the animals and stayed till the closure of the animal shelter. So there was no speech in him. He was just doing all the actions like cleaning, feeding. So speech doesn't matter at all. Only action, what you do and show, will make a very big difference. So act according to what you feel. But you feel positive and do it, you will be recognized. If you are not positive and if you are lazy, you will never be recognized for your work. Here also, when the work what you have started is very tough, mentally if you feel very strong, you can achieve the goal whatever you want. So, like Jordan, we have to be very strong and creative in our work. Jordan, and here also actions like Mia was little lazy and she never kept her words, but Chris arrived early and he showed the actions like feeding the animals and birds, cleaning their shelters and all, but he never spoke anything. He was quietly doing the work. Thank you.